anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Washington's offense takes the field to start this game off. Guys, every now and then you can take the emotion of rivalries for granted. But last year, when the Huskies and Cougars got together, that was as dramatic as anything you could think of. A cathartic win for the Cougs, who sent UW off with an L.
This is a tremendous rivalry, the Apple Cup, and it looks a little bit different now that they're no longer conference opponents, but that doesn't mean they don't like each other any less, David. These two teams go at it. The fan bases dislike each other enormously, and we're expecting a great one today.
Well, and you always love it with the bragging rights, right? In the state of Washington, whoever wins this football game, you get to talk. Last year, Rodgers puts up a bunch of numbers, but it wasn't enough. Washington State got the dub. Big game, big matchup.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He's got it inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They go to the ground. He's inside the 10.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They're working that left side. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
3rd and goal for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Near the goal line, everybody thinks more physical, bigger bodies. They're going to run the ball up the middle. How about this offense? Gives them a little change-up. Gets the ball on the perimeter right now, fools the defense, and they get in for the touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turnover.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Here comes the heat. He's going to run. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Caught over the middle. It's Meriden.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll go to the air on second and short. Going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. And
the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Creates a little room. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll give it to Johnson. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And just a great job by the defense being snapped. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's one-on-one. Stop the run first.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback making checks. Williams will pass. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. It's Boston. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They gave themselves room to operate. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Back to pass on second down. Going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They think there's room to run to the right here. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Ready to fire from the pistol. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. To pass. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense,
turning it on. Made a defender miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
To the air on second down. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just 1 step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Cougars! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Coleman. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to him again. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Washington will snap it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
From the gun, the ground game. Makes one-man miss. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Trying to punch it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Freeman. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They'll send the back in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Cougars can really attack on this second and short. The handoff to Johnson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Washington State has it all working right now. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup. And here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years. But this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Trying to bull his way in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. Slams ahead. This offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play.
To stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Washington State. Quick start for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Huskies and Cougars. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. A lot of intrigue with this second half still to come as we send things back to the Evergreen State.
to boot it deep to start things in the second half. Bringing it back. Boom. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Creates a little space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw.
Power football with the run. There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll try the run. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Huskies are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. QB draw. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And here comes the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB isn't a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the big fella. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Caught near the sticks. It's Ellison. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Cougars are on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Wazoo! They take the lead with the 6.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on second down. On the ground, it's Coleman. Gets it past the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds space on the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Running back searching for a hole. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Williams looking for a man. Grab near the marker. It's Boston. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country. Well, this running thing doesn't seem to be working. It looks like they're going to have to throw it. But as we know, David, these windows down here, man, they are tight.
Super tight. I think you still got the QB that you can move. You can change the launch point. Try to do something to get guys.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights, it's good. That brings him to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Southern California for some time. They're up by 28 over Nebraska. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They'll give it to Johnson. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the 1st down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the 2nd half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nowhere close close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Williams will pass. Swings it out to his running back. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Little touch pass to the receiver. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Washington sends out the punt team. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Washington wants to go quickly. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day?
100, I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
The give. He is denied. Stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Tonight, Couganet will carry an entirely different connotation.